I didn't see it live, guys.
Oh.
No, I instead decided to go watch Avengers 2, Age of Ultron.
Yep.
And I have to say, it felt like an incomplete.
I don't know why he's smoking.
It felt like an incomplete movie. I mean, I have to say, for comic fans, I understand why you like it. Because you already know the gist of the majority of the story. You already love the characters, and you're gonna love them no matter what.
Let's do this. Let's do this. And I'm sorry, Rick, if we spoil anything, but tell me what you didn't like, and I will tell you why you should like it.
No, I'm gonna tell you what I liked, but without spoiling it. What
if you feel like a sharp stab in your back?
No, man, this is all have to do with technical stuff in the movie, and I did a little research after the movie was over, and what I thought was correct, I found out, and I liked the movie. I liked it a lot, and however, the movie felt disappointing still, even though I did like it. But the reason was I was thinking it was gonna be like the Dark Knight of the Marvel Universe, because Joss Whedon.
That will be Civil War.
Because Joss Whedon is a major, fan as well as the director and writer of this film. Mm-hmm. So I was expecting something bigger and better. And when I was watching the movie, it felt a lot like when I watched Transformers, the last Transformers that was like 2.5 hours long. It just felt like it was just like action after action after action after action after action, and it was just like boom, 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 almost like a music video. It never lets up.
Sounds intense to me.
It's very intense, and it's really cool. However, when you're talking about a movie that's 2.5 hours long, at some point you just kind of like you get numb to all the action.
Your eyes just melt.
So this goes back to like what I know about cinema, and it's like you have to let the movie. What you're gonna hear people say, you have to let the movie breathe. You have to have these moments where like nothing's really going on as far as action goes, and let your kind of like body catch up and prepare and anticipate the next thing. And anticipation in most parts is the best part that sets up action in film. And what I discovered was that, and it felt like there were parts in the film like the whole thing between the Hulk and what's her name?
Black Widow.
Black Widow. The whole thing that Thor did at one point in the movie, and also the development of
that's why you needed to see it.
The bad guy. The development of the bad guy just seemed incomplete. Like it felt like there was something there that we weren't getting. Like there was something like cut out from the film. Like it looked like something had happened that they almost, with their acting or with their words, or with almost like it was alluded to, but we never got to see it. And that's what I don't like about the film. If I had to rate it right now, it's a really good film. I would rate it a 7 out of 10 if I had to, but I'm not going to, because that's not fair to Joss Whedon. Because
you're not going to give that 7 to 10 score that you just gave.
No. Right now it's an incomplete. I'm gonna wait for the director's cut of this film to come out and then rate it. And Joss Whedon already had mentioned to Empire, I think it's a magazine as well as a podcast. They interviewed him, and yeah, the film originally, his cut of the film was 3 hours and 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. That means they cut out a whole 45 minutes from the film, and
more action.
And I think there was some struggle there between him and the executives, that from Marvel, and I understand their part too. It's a business. They have to keep the movie time down to a certain amount.
But that goes along the lines.
But that messed up the pacing of the whole film. It just kind of felt uneven.
That's what we were talking about back when we were talking about Daredevil. When you have this huge story, comic-wise, how are you going to fit that into a 2 or 3 hour time slot? Now that's one person. You have 5, 6, 7 superheroes in one movie. How can you do all of that? You can't. So you have to cut out. Regardless, you have to cut out. That's the reason why each one has their own movie.
Okay, but see, I think both of you are missing the point of the whole Marvel universe as a whole. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Again, and I love telling this to people because the season finale of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season 2, I was like, holy crap! It's like they're geniuses. So the whole, I don't know if you guys seen, have you seen the second season of
The first
Agents of
season,
S.H.I.E.L.D.?
I think season 2 just recently ended.
It just recently ended.
Yeah, so I only
You
seen the
haven't
first
seen
season.
it. Okay, so the whole season is basically about the Inhumans. Do you know who the Inhumans are? Okay, so the Inhumans, Leo, is basically the twins in the movie. Basically, it's like they're going to that thing. They're actually mutants, but they cannot call them mutants. So they're referring to them as Inhumans, which is basically, enhanced people, if you will. So during the whole Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season, we find this, Hydra phase who are experimenting with people, and they keep experimenting on them, and everybody keeps dying except for these twins. And Coulson and the gang are searching for them. At the end of season 2 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Coulson calls Maria Hill. Maria, we found them. It's time to send in the Avengers. Boom, Avengers starts with the Avengers going into that location. How freaking genius is that? They're not only limiting themselves to the movie, but they're using all of the resources outside of the movie. And that's why I think I don't fault you for not liking the movie because you don't have that context.
But when I saw that I don't like it, but
no,
I do like it.
But what you're saying about the things that you don't like about,
I'm waiting for there to be more to it.
And I'm telling you, watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and then you'll be like, cool.
But that's why, that's what I'm saying. What I'm getting out of this is that Leo
if we're gonna go
focused in
for
on
that,
this, but you didn't see all of
exactly.
this.
Yeah, see, that's the thing though. You're criticizing me for criticizing the movie.
No, I'm not criticizing
However, if we're gonna criticize, if you're gonna explain it that way, then we're gonna let's rate the entire MCU.
No, and that's what you have to do.
Yeah, let's rate the MCU. Let's not rate this movie. However, we're presenting as Avengers 2 Age of Ultron, the movie.
But see, okay.
That's what we're talking about.
And then another thing, the way I see it, and this is my personal opinion, is that I used to read these comics as a kid. I was 7, 8 years old, and I'm like, holy crap, this is amazing. I would never in a million years imagine they're gonna make movies of this. It's like I saw a YouTube video of a person talking about how it's like back then the best thing we got was Turbo, the Power Rangers movie. You never got anything this big. You will never imagine you will get this big. And then I get to see all these characters on the screen, and you're like, holy! Even the beginning of the scene, and you've seen the commercial, so I'm not spoiling anything, Rick. With all the Avengers on the screen, on the frame, where it's like slow motion, and you get to see that panel. That's a splash panel on a comic book. That's when you open the comic book and it uses the 2 pages to have this huge picture. That's a freaking splash panel on a movie, So then you get to see, these characters. They're making that movie to you, or to me, as a comic book character.
It's made by a comic book fan for other fans.
And so that's why I don't criticize it as much like that because I understand the context and I see all this, but I also understand your point of saying I'm gonna take my mom to see it and she doesn't know anything about comics, so she's gonna be lost, Yeah. So in a way, it is kind of egotistical,
You would take your mom to see it.
but I see the two points.
Yeah.
I love it because, like you said, I understand where the characters come from, and it's just the nods, the little things that you don't catch.
Yeah. Because the dialogue was so on point. It was so witty. Everybody going back and forth with their little comments that they were making.
Yeah, but
it was just on point, and it's just the pacing of it.
Well, I'm talking about like the vision for all people that know about the comic book. He falls in love with the Scarlet Witch. They have children together. How is that possible when he's a machine? We don't know that, but Joss Whedon gives a little glimpse at one of the pinnacle fights of the movie when the Vision saves the Scarlet Witch, and it's just like, holy crap, those two fall in love, and and Joss Whedon is showing you a little glimpse. See, those are the little things that I'm talking about. It's like, if you have that context, he will give you those little Easter eggs. And
he
it's like,
has all the fan service in there.
happening, you know. So, but it is not better than Cinderella, Leo. I'm sorry.
Oh, I never said it was better. My exact words were, I enjoyed it more. Cinderella felt like it was just a more complete movie. Like it was, you know.
Well, that's the whole reason what we're talking about, because there's just so much in the background involved.
This one was just, it was a piece of a greater movie, but even this piece was chopped up because of the studio executives. They didn't want to let Joss Whedon present us all of it that he, you know, as he intended it to be seen, you know. His original cut was 3 hours, 15 minutes. Where's the other 45 minutes? That's what I want to see. So that's why I feel like I was a little bit ripped off. They're going kind of like the EA way with this, like Electronic Arts, where eventually they're going to give us downloadable content for the Avengers 2.
Download the extra footage, 5 minutes of it.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of cool, actually.